When life hurts, it's easy to get lost in the pain, to feel like we've been abandoned by the universe, and to sink into despair. But pain is not here to destroy us. It's here to guide us, to teach us, and to help us grow stronger. The moments of hurt we face are opportunities for healing, transformation, and self-love. Let's explore how to rise from the ashes when life feels overwhelming. When life throws challenges our way, pain often feels overwhelming, like a heavy weight that presses down on our hearts. It's a natural human reaction to want to avoid or suppress that pain, to push it aside in an attempt to feel normal again. However, the first and most crucial step toward true healing is not avoidance, but acknowledgement. When we acknowledge our pain, we begin a journey toward wholeness that cannot be found by ignoring or minimizing our feelings. It's about looking at the hurt directly and saying, yes, I am in pain, and that's okay. This simple yet powerful act of recognition opens the door to healing. Pain is not something to be ashamed of. It is a universal experience, one that everyone faces at some point in their lives. But often we carry a deep sense of guilt or shame around our suffering, as though feeling hurt makes us weak or broken. In truth, acknowledging your pain is a sign of immense strength. It takes courage to confront what hurts you, to sit with those uncomfortable feelings instead of numbing them with distractions, work, or unhealthy habits. By allowing yourself to be present with your pain, you create space for healing to begin. Avoidance, on the other hand, can lead to a buildup of unresolved emotions. When we suppress our pain, it doesn't simply disappear. It lodges itself deep within us, manifesting in different ways: stress, anxiety, physical ailments, or emotional outbursts. The longer we deny our hurt, the stronger its grip becomes. It seeps into our lives in ways we may not even realize, clouding our judgment, affecting our relationships, and keeping us from experiencing the full joy and peace that life has to offer. In contrast, by acknowledging the pain, we allow ourselves to confront it and work through it, rather than letting it silently control us from the shadows. Acknowledging your pain means giving yourself permission to feel it, without judgment or resistance. You don't have to fix everything right away. In fact, healing rarely happens instantly. It's a process, one that unfolds over time, and the first step is allowing yourself to feel whatever emotions arise, whether that's sadness, anger, frustration, or even confusion. These emotions are valid and they are a part of your journey. By embracing them, you're giving yourself the opportunity to understand what's beneath the surface. This acknowledgement also opens the door to greater self-awareness. When we allow ourselves to sit with our pain, we gain insight into its roots. Often, pain isn't just about the immediate circumstance we face, but is tied to deeper patterns or beliefs that we've carried for years. By facing our pain head-on, we start to unravel those deeper layers, gaining clarity about ourselves and our lives. This clarity is essential for lasting healing because it helps us understand not just the pain, but also the lessons it holds for us. Acknowledging pain also brings compassion into the equation. When you recognize your hurt, you also recognize your humanity. You begin to treat yourself with the kindness and care that you would offer a dear friend in need. Rather than criticizing yourself for feeling low or telling yourself to get over it, you approach your pain with understanding and patience. This self-compassion is an essential part of the healing process, as it fosters an environment of love and safety within, where true recovery can take place. Finally, embracing your pain is about surrendering to the present moment. So often we resist our emotions because they don't fit into the life we had planned, or because we fear they will consume us. But by surrendering to the reality of what is, we free ourselves from the struggle of resistance. We stop fighting against the current and instead allow ourselves to float, trusting that we will be carried through to calmer waters in time. In acknowledging and embracing your pain, you take the first powerful step toward healing. It may not make the hurt disappear immediately, but it does set the stage for deeper understanding, transformation, and ultimately peace. Pain is not here to defeat you. It is here to teach you, to help you grow, and to lead you toward a deeper sense of love and connection with yourself. When we face struggles in life, it's easy to fall into the trap of identifying ourselves with those challenges. We begin to see ourselves through the lens of what has gone wrong, the hardships we've endured, or the mistakes we've made. But the truth is, our struggles do not define us. They are part of our journey, yes, but they are not the essence of who we are. To define yourself by your struggles is to limit the fullness of your being, to reduce your identity to a single moment in time, rather than recognizing the broader, more powerful person you truly are. Struggles are temporary. They come and go like passing storms. Some may linger longer than others, but they all eventually move on. Yet during those difficult moments, it can feel as if the pain the challenge or the failure will last forever. It's in these times that we must remind ourselves that we are not the storm, we are the sky that holds it. The sky remains vast, limitless, and untouched even as the storm rages within it. Similarly, you remain whole, capable, and strong no matter the intensity of the struggles you face. It's important to remember that struggles, though difficult, are also opportunities for growth. They are moments in life that push us out of our comfort zones, challenging us to learn, adapt, and become stronger. However, they are not a reflection of our worth or our abilities. Just because you are struggling does not mean you are less capable, less intelligent, or less deserving of love and happiness. The struggle is simply a part of the process, a chapter in your story, but not the entire narrative. It's a stepping stone on your path, not the destination. One of the most powerful realizations is that who you are goes beyond the circumstances of your life. You are more than your job, your relationships, your successes, or your failures. At your core, you are a being of infinite potential, capable of change, growth, and transformation. When you stop defining yourself by your struggles, you begin to open yourself up to the possibilities that lie beyond them. You start to see yourself not as a victim of circumstances, but as a creator of your own destiny. Your struggles may shape you, but they do not limit you. Every challenge you face teaches you something valuable, whether it's resilience, patience, or the ability to let go. These lessons become a part of your strength, but they are not the whole of who you are. They are just tools you acquire along the way to becoming the person you're meant to be. Your essence, your true self, remains intact no matter what you go through. It's also important to practice self-compassion during times of struggle. When we're going through tough times, we often become our harshest critics. We berate ourselves for not being strong enough, smart enough, or successful enough to overcome the challenges more easily. But this kind of self-criticism only reinforces the false belief that our struggles define us. Instead, approach yourself with kindness and understanding. Remind yourself that everyone goes through hard times, and that struggling does not make you any less worthy or valuable. Struggles are a natural part of life, but they are not a reflection of who you are. You are not your pain, your failures, or your hardships. You are the person who rises again and again, who learns, who grows, and who keeps moving forward. You are defined by your resilience, your heart, and your ability to keep going, not by the challenges you face. By remembering this truth, you can free yourself from the weight of your struggles. You can navigate through them with a sense of peace, knowing that they do not diminish your worth. Instead of letting your struggles define you, let them refine you. Let them strengthen your resolve and deepen your understanding of yourself. Ultimately, your struggles are not who you are. They are simply part of the beautiful, evolving journey of your life. In the hustle of life, it's easy to lose sight of your own worth. You might find yourself caught up in the demands of others, weighed down by external expectations, or distracted by your struggles. In these moments, it's crucial to remember that your worth is not dependent on what you do or how others perceive you. Your worth is inherent. It's something that cannot be diminished no matter what you have been through or how many mistakes you think you've made. Affirming your worth means embracing yourself as you are, with all your imperfections, and knowing that you are enough just as you are. When you affirm your worth, you are making a powerful statement to yourself and the universe. You are saying, I matter. My feelings matter. My existence is valuable. This affirmation is not about arrogance or self-importance, but about recognizing the fundamental truth that you deserve love and respect simply because you are. There is nothing you need to prove to be deserving of love. It is your birthright. Every person is born worthy of love, and that includes you. Self-worth is deeply tied to how you treat yourself. If you constantly criticize or belittle yourself, you begin to believe that you are not worthy of love, peace, or happiness. But when you affirm your worth, you shift that narrative. You begin to treat yourself with kindness and compassion the way you would treat a dear friend. This shift in how you see yourself creates space for love to grow within you. Instead of seeking validation from others or external achievements, you start to generate a sense of worthiness from within. It's important to remind yourself daily that you deserve love and peace, especially during difficult times. Life's challenges can often make you feel like you're not good enough, like you're failing in some way. But struggles and setbacks do not diminish your worth. You are deserving of love and peace regardless of what is happening around you. Affirmations can be a powerful tool in this process. Simple statements like I am worthy of love or I deserve peace and happiness can reinforce this truth, even when your mind tries to convince you otherwise. Affirming your worth also means setting healthy boundaries. When you know your value, you don't allow others to treat you poorly. You protect your peace by choosing relationships and environments that uplift and support you. You recognize that you deserve to be surrounded by love, and you are not afraid to walk away from situations that do not honor your worth. This doesn't mean avoiding challenges or conflicts, but it means prioritizing your well-being and self-respect in every interaction. You deserve peace. This is something we often forget in the fast pace of life, where stress and anxiety can take over. But peace is not something that has to be earned or achieved through perfection. It is something you deserve simply because you exist. By affirming your worth, you are also affirming your right to peace. You give yourself permission to let go of the chaos, to release the need to control every outcome, and to rest in the knowledge that you are enough. Ultimately, affirming your worth and reminding yourself that you deserve love and peace is an act of self-care. It's a way of nurturing your soul and reminding yourself that you are valuable beyond measure. When you truly believe in your worth, you create a foundation of self-love that no external circumstance can shake. You begin to live from a place of inner peace, knowing that you are deserving of all the love and joy that life has to offer. This affirmation of worth becomes a beacon that attracts more love and peace into your life. It is the energy you put out into the world, and it will reflect back to you. By claiming your worth, you step into a life that is aligned with love, happiness, and fulfillment. You allow yourself to receive the goodness that you are inherently worthy of, and that in turn transforms your life. In life, we often find ourselves clinging to control, trying to manage every aspect of our journey to ensure that things unfold according to our plans. It's a natural response born out of the desire for security and certainty. We want to know that everything will work out the way we envision. And when it doesn't, frustration and anxiety can take hold. However, this need to control every detail of our lives can become a source of stress and resistance. It prevents us from embracing the natural flow of life and blocks the very blessings we are seeking. Learning to release the need to control and trust the process is one of the most liberating and healing steps you can take. Letting go of control doesn't mean that you stop caring about what happens in your life or that you become passive. It's about acknowledging that while you can take action and make choices, you can't always dictate the outcomes. Life has its own rhythm, and sometimes things unfold in ways that are beyond our understanding. Trusting the process means believing that there is a bigger picture, a greater plan, even if you can't see it in the moment. When you release control, you allow space for unexpected possibilities to emerge. Often we become so fixated on a specific outcome that we close ourselves off to other paths that may lead to even greater fulfillment. By letting go, you invite the universe to work in ways that might surprise you. Sometimes what you thought you wanted isn't what you needed after all, and the process of life will guide you toward what truly aligns with your highest good. This act of surrender is not about giving up, but about trusting that things are happening for you, not to you. Even in moments of struggle or uncertainty, when things seem to be falling apart, there is often a greater purpose at play. It may not be immediately clear why certain challenges arise, but trusting the process allows you to remain open to the lessons and growth that come with them. Every difficulty contains an opportunity for transformation, and by releasing control, you allow those opportunities to present themselves. One of the greatest gifts of releasing control is the sense of peace it brings. The need to control everything creates a constant state of tension, where you are always on edge, worrying about whether things will go the way you want them to. When you trust the process, you let go of that tension and find a calm within yourself. You realize that you don't have to have all the answers right now. You can take a deep breath, let go, and trust that things will work out as they should. This shift in perspective also helps you cultivate patience. When you release control, you are no longer in a rush to make things happen on your timeline. You understand that life unfolds in its own time, and by trusting the process, you align yourself with that natural flow. Patience becomes easier when you are not constantly fighting against the current, trying to force things to happen before they are ready. Releasing the need to control is an act of faith, not necessarily in a religious sense, but in the belief that life is inherently supportive, that the universe has your back, and that things are unfolding in your favor. This faith allows you to relax into the present moment, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be right now. It helps you trust that even when the path is unclear, it is leading you somewhere meaningful. Ultimately, when you let go of control and trust the process, you free yourself from the burden of trying to manage everything. You open yourself up to the magic of life's unfolding, allowing yourself to experience the beauty, growth, and joy that come when you surrender to the flow of life. In that trust, you find peace. And in that peace, you find freedom. Healing is not a destination that can be reached quickly or in a straight line. It's a gradual process, often taking unexpected turns, and sometimes feeling like a long, winding road. In this journey, patience with yourself is essential. There will be moments when it feels like you've made significant progress, only to find yourself struggling again. This is natural. Healing doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't adhere to a timeline. Each step forward is a victory. And even when you stumble, you are still on the path toward wholeness. Often we are our own harshest critics when it comes to healing. We expect ourselves to bounce back quickly from emotional wounds, losses, or traumatic experiences. When we don't, we might feel frustrated, as if we're failing in some way. But healing requires time, and more importantly, it requires grace. There is no rushing the process. Just as physical wounds need time to mend, so too do emotional and mental wounds. Pushing yourself too hard to move on or get over something only adds pressure, making the journey more difficult. Part of being patient with yourself means accepting where you are in the moment without judgment. It's about giving yourself permission to feel whatever emotions arise without trying to suppress or control them. Some days you might feel strong and capable, while other days the pain may resurface unexpectedly. This ebb and flow is part of the healing process, and learning to ride these emotional waves with compassion for yourself is key. In a society that values quick fixes and instant gratification, the idea of taking time to heal can feel counterintuitive. We are often conditioned to believe that productivity and progress should be linear, that we should always be moving forward. But true healing doesn't work this way. It involves pauses, setbacks, and sometimes even reliving the pain before it can fully be released. Being patient with yourself means understanding that these setbacks are not signs of failure, they are simply part of the process. Moreover, healing is deeply personal. There is no one-size-fits-all approach, and there is no right way to heal. What works for one person might not work for another, and your journey may not look like anyone else's. It's important to honor your own path, to listen to your body and heart, and to trust that you are healing in the way that is best for you. This requires patience and self-trust, knowing that even though the process may be slow, it is still progress. Another aspect of patience is allowing yourself the space to explore what healing means for you. It may involve seeking professional support, building healthier relationships, or simply taking time for self-care. There is no rush. You are allowed to take your time to discover what truly nurtures your soul and helps you move forward in a way that feels authentic and sustainable. Being patient with yourself also involves celebrating the small victories. Healing is made up of tiny moments of progress, whether that's feeling a little lighter one day, expressing your feelings to a loved one, or realizing that you are no longer defined by your pain. These moments are important, and acknowledging them helps you stay motivated and kind to yourself throughout the process. Ultimately, healing is not about reaching some perfect state of being where you are free from pain forever. It's about learning to live with greater peace and resilience, about developing a deeper understanding of yourself, and about finding new ways to navigate the world after being hurt. By being patient with yourself, you give yourself the space to heal fully without rushing, without judgment, and with the compassion and care that you deserve. Love is an incredibly powerful force, one that can bring healing and transformation even in the most difficult times. When we encounter hardships, whether they be emotional, physical, or mental, love has the capacity to mend what feels broken. It nurtures our spirit, helping us to rise above the pain and embrace hope. This isn't just about romantic love, but love in all its forms: self-love, love from friends and family, and the universal love that connects us to humanity. In difficult times, when life seems overwhelming, it is often love that helps us endure. It provides comfort when words fail and offers support when we feel like we can't carry on. The warmth of love, whether it comes from a caring friend, a family member, or from deep within ourselves, can remind us that we are not alone. It is the hand that holds us when we feel like we are falling, and the reassurance that no matter how dark things may seem, there is always a light to guide us through. Love is also a source of incredible strength. When faced with challenges, love empowers us to keep moving forward, to hold on even when the road is tough. It is a force that enables transformation, allowing us to look at our situation not from a place of defeat, but from a perspective of growth and possibility. Love motivates us to believe in the better days ahead, to trust that healing is possible, and that we have the inner resources to weather any storm. The healing power of love is especially profound when directed inward. Self-love is often overlooked in times of struggle, but it is one of the most essential tools for healing. Loving yourself means acknowledging your pain, being kind to yourself, and recognizing that you deserve compassion just as much as anyone else. When you love yourself through your challenges, you create space for healing. You stop blaming or criticizing yourself for not being strong enough and start accepting that it's okay to hurt, it's okay to be vulnerable. This acceptance is a critical step in the healing process. Beyond individual healing, love has the capacity to transform relationships and communities. In difficult times, love can bring people closer together, fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose. Whether it's reaching out to a friend in need or showing kindness to a stranger, love has a ripple effect. Acts of love, no matter how small, create an environment where healing can thrive. It shifts the focus from fear and suffering to connection and hope, offering a path toward recovery for everyone involved. Love also allows for forgiveness, another essential aspect of healing. Whether it's forgiving yourself or others, love makes it possible to let go of resentment and pain. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting what happened, but it does mean freeing yourself from the emotional weight that can keep you stuck. Love allows us to release that burden, to heal old wounds, and to move forward with a lighter heart. In times of difficulty, love also serves as a reminder of our inherent worth. It reminds us that no matter what we are going through, we are still deserving of kindness, peace, and joy. Love transforms the way we see ourselves and our circumstances. Instead of focusing on what is wrong, love helps us see the beauty that still exists around us. It helps us recognize that even in pain, there is a capacity for growth, and even in suffering, there is room for compassion and connection. Ultimately, love is the greatest force for healing and transformation because it transcends all barriers. It connects us to something larger than ourselves and gives us the strength to heal, not just from our own struggles, but to help heal the world around us. Love is the antidote to fear, pain, and despair, and when we embrace it, we open ourselves up to a profound journey of healing and renewal.